Let's look at this set. 5 friends A through E have a certain number of pens with them. The 5 persons have pens of 2 different colors, black and red. It is known that the number of red pens with C is equal to the average number of black pens with the 5 persons, while the number of black pens with A is equal to the average number of red pens with the 5 persons. The total number of pens with the 5 persons was 60 each, and each person had at least 2 black pens. The difference in the number of red pens between any 2 persons was at least 3, and the difference in the number of black pens between any 2 persons was at least 2. Okay, so based on this preliminary information, hopefully you can see you will have this info identified. They have red pens, they have black pens, they have their own total count of pens. One friend, second friend, third friend, fourth friend, fifth friend, and total. Okay, this is total. Now let's unpack every statement as it is here. It is known that the number of red pens with C is equal to the average number of black pens with the 5 persons. So let's say I'm putting down C here. If he had A red pens here, the other people will have 5A black pens, because average number of black pens with people is going to be 5A. Well, the number of black pens with A, putting down A here, let's call this B. Number of black pens with A is equal to the average number of red pens with the 5 persons. So the red pens with people is 5B. Okay. Is 5B. The total number of pens with the 5 persons was 60. We're told the total number of pens with the 5 persons is 60, which is another way of saying A plus B is equal to 12. 5B plus 5B is 60. So A plus B should be 12. And each person has at least 2 black pens. Okay. Now see, if each person has at least 2 black pens, I'm saying 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. At least these many black pens are there, because there were 2 bits of information. Each person has at least 2 black pens, and this second part, the difference in the number of black pens between any 2 persons was at least 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is like the min case. We were also told the difference in the number of red pens between any 2 persons was at least 3. So even if I were to check up the min case for red, I will have 0, 3, 6, 9, and 12. Again, this adds up to 30. Pay attention, we have only checked the minimum case, and invariably, only at the minimum case will you get a summation equal to 60. Even if you were to increase it by 1 at any of these positions, at any of these numbers, if you were to increase it by 1, your total count of pens will exceed 60, which is in violation of the question. Which is to say, the number of pens present with people here, number of pens present with people here, are precisely these numbers only. If the total number of pens present with people are precisely these numbers only, we know 5A is 30, 5B is 30. The totals for red and black pen are going to be 30 and 30. Next thing we know is B is equal to 6. And A is also equal to 6. So this 6 from here and this 6 from here are already allocated. Let us go to the next line. Further, D has more number of red pens than that with C. So D has either 9 or 12, and also has more number of black pens than red pens. So D has either 9 red pens or 12 red pens. But if he has 12 red pens, he cannot have more black pens than red pens. So the only possibility is he has 9 red pens and 10 black pens. This is the only possibility. So 9 is allocated and 10 is allocated. Okay. Next, each of A, B, C has more number of red pens than black pens. Okay. For A, he must have more number of red pens than black pens. So 6 is here. In black, if I have 6, red pens greater than 6, I have only one number, 12. So this is also allocated. Also, I have told each of ABC has more number of red pens than black pens. Somebody within red is supposed to get 0 red pens. That person cannot be B. That person has to be E. And therefore, the only number left for B is 3. Now, 3 has to be greater than the number of black pens he has. So, 2. C is supposed to be greater than the number of black pens that he has. So 4. So finally E has 8 black pens. And now we have managed to completely distribute total number of pens with everyone. We can get to individual questions. 19 plus 8, 27, 27 plus 15, 42, 42 plus 18, 60. Yes, all the numbers are right. First question, what is the difference between the number of red pens with D and the number of black pens with B? Red pens with D and black pens with B. 9 minus 7, 9 minus 2, the difference is 7. The difference between the total number of pens with any pair of persons is at most is total number of pens with any pair of persons. So maximum pens is with D, minimum pens is with B. 19 minus 5, the difference, the maximum difference between any two pair of persons is 14. Okay. One of the 5 persons gave a certain number of pens of exactly one color to another of the 5 persons. After this, the person who gave the pens had an equal number of red and black pens with him, and same was the case with the person who received the pens. What is the total number of pens with these two persons? Now, before doing the maths of it, understand one person has come down by some margin because he has given away his red pens, and the other person has gone up by the same margin because he has received some red pens. And now both of them have equal number of red pens and black pens. In order to identify which those two people will be, I am doing red minus black. I have plus 6 here. I have plus 1 here. I have plus 2 here. I have minus 1 here. I have minus 8 here. Very simply, very easily, can you identify which two people will have the exchange happening between them? If B transfers one red pen to D, if B transfers one red pen to B, to D, he will become 2, 2, and this will become 10, 10. So the people being talked of here are B and D, and B is giving one pen to D. This is clearly identified. Okay. What is the total number of pens with these two persons? B and D, 19 and 5. They together have 24 pens. Okay. Next question for the same setup. You have to simply identify BD. What is the maximum possible number of pens with any of the what is the maximum possible number of pens with any of the two persons after this? Okay. After the exchange, B has 4 pens and D has 20 pens. So the maximum possible number of pens with any of the two persons after this, the answer will be 20. And that is the entirety of this set.